just say Skakadi place. Don't even mean everything, Mama Legend. See, I never for G English speaking Yoruba and give me that. Then the doctor, they never stop with. Who be that? And then we. See, I never make them understand. Don't even mean everything, why you understand? Hey, we just make it easy. Don't even mean everything, you know, say we be busy. Charlie, I just got to just stay down in the sea. Charlie, I not say, Charlie, I busy. Who be that when they make them shout? Who be that when they make them shake? Who be that when they make them down? Something amazing, something amazing. I will be before. Love in the air. Love in the air. Yeah, all for them here.
Outside with up and down. I mean, he's right here with me and we chatted. We're talking about how music started for him and all that. He's told about the fact that he has an EP out that came out last year. What's the name of the EP?
That's Black Hole.
Black Hole. Yeah. Why Black Hole?
Black Hole actually talks about youth and the struggle. I have 6 songs on the EP, and then the first and second song is No Time. No Time and Kumama. So No Time talks about the hustle of the youth, you never giving up, you need to make ends meet. And then Kumama is actually like, regardless of everything, you just thank God. So it's more motivation. And then from there we move to Crazy Love.
That's track 3, right?
Yeah, and then we move to Up and Down. And then we move to Marry Me and True Love.
Right.
Yeah, so it's more like, when you start life, you kind of hustle, and then you need some kind of motivations and all of that. But when you make your money, I mean, you need to actually chill out, even though you are doing your investments and all that. And then after that, you need to set for that true love, and then you need to get married. So it's an old process.
That's crazy, man. Now let's talk about the new one, that's you, and of course.
Yeah, so what's up, my people? It's still your number one, SAJ, SONGS, Charlie. Today has been so wonderful, and listen, it's all about Lady Kish. Lady Kish. It's all about Lady Kish, SAJ featuring Medical. Charlie, the set is crazy. And just about now, let me just take you to what is happening here. Look at these ladies. Big ups to all my people, Charlie. Big ups to Stagger Life Entertainment. Big ups to, my goons like Gazy Boy, like Taro Mouse, name it, Charlie. Big ups to everyone. Charlie, we just, yes, sir. I don't see them, man.
Yeah, Charlie, we responded. It's all about SAJ video featuring Medical.
Man, hey, Stagamo, Mr. Steven, can I see you guys? I like this photo. These are the team, man. This team has been so wonderful. This team be serious. And without this team, I wouldn't be here. SAJ featuring Medical. Manager, I'll sit down.
Charlie, we don't watch more bangers in the building, yeah? Alright, you gotta know. 1.
Listen, I see. Missy to boy said that you killing them. Charlie, just watch out. Medical did a lot of crazy stuffs. More twerking, more crazy stuff. We want to take Ghana music to that level where we just want to go back to the streets. Let's have fun, okay? And at times, I'm going to say, but when we are in that space, as I say, it'll be fun. Let me take you along, come. So this is the set, big ups to Benoma. Benoma shot this. Benoma, and big ups to my main man here, boss.
Solo one. Show soon. You the fella? Mon ami. Swap. AMG baby,
Go,
El Chamano,
go,
AMG baby.
mouse.
Ìbàdí rẹ̀ ó máa bá bó ṣe ń dún di mo máa láì kò máa fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n jáde kò máa fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n momi bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gbé sókè janglova àgẹ́ sugar cane lady kish ọtí o ò bá gbé mi a bọ́ọ̀lì I'm your father ìyá aláya haters looking for your lover bedroom bully wos kombe ombe yewo wate soske fucked ossidian me and up lady kiss me see to obo why said that we know you killing the vibe ochi o said that we know beba mapi
Over mama pay, and I say me go goda, many veggie, or you say my father, star baby, you call her baby, or sing fitani, Ochika baby, who they sana, who they walk, who they see and who they for, Black Lives Matter, and who they for. Somebody kwaba, me too, we are so wama, the friend watch you wama. The friend number now so one fast swear.
Me see to Obo why said that we know you killing the vibe. Ochi o said that we know beba mapi. Kotunaje, no dolly. Kotumami, mapi. Kwe, yembe, mini yano. I'm the master, Staga is the problem. AMG, Flow Jelly, Medical, Chris Wadu is the boss. I'm the don that don't papa, yala ya anybody whiskata. I make you they feel alright, remaster. Son of the father, never be bastard. Gau, Lekpa Shandi, gau, mau, ewe kasa, mau. Lady Kiss, me see to Obo why said that we know you killing the vibe. Ochi o said that we know beba mapi. Me see to Obo why said that we know you killing the vibe. Ochi o said that we know beba mapi. Feel it.
What's going on, bombers? Good evening. It is Friday night, and you know what to do. This is pretty much all about you, us, and what we came to do. We're far into the hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. If you have not visited SAJ Songs page, at SAJ, SAJ Songs Africa on Facebook. Obviously, you're here right now, but if you're coming in from one of my other pages, and you're seeing this is where pretty much this broadcast is coming from. So please go over there and subscribe, share his page, share his music, all that other good stuff, and come vibe with us. This is something that we do pretty much every Friday night or every other Friday night as our schedule permits and allows, just pretty much to connect with the community, the Bombers community, all of the great people in the SAJ Songs fans community as we continue on this movement of being the impact and the change in the world that we want to see, right? Because everything is about finding a way to identify within yourself, the powers that you have within to connect and make the world a better place or make you a better place, whatever it is that you need. Pretty much we want to connect, and work together, to affect everybody else's goals and dreams, and continue to grow in this life that we are in. So what's going on this evening? How are y'all doing? What's been up? What's been down? Let's talk about it. It's Bombers night. It's Friday night, and it's about us. When it comes down to being a bomber, literally it's literally just taking on the identity and understanding that we all came here to make an impact and make an individual contribution, to learn some things, to become a part of some things, and to do some things. And sometimes in order to do that, we have to connect with, you know, a greater community that is pretty much on the same path of growth, you know, forward motion, succeeding, so that we can also continue on to our greatness. So you know, being, like I said, being a part of a bomber, or being a bomber is, you know, when you think about a bomb, if somebody sits there and they mention, oh, a bomb, it draws a lot of attention. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's in fear. Sometimes it's in like, you know, let me get myself to safety. Let's all this stuff right here. But when it comes down to being a bomber in the songs community, it's about being that positive impact, that positive change, bringing along and changing like whatever community that we go into, that we can have our reach into and affect, you know, whatever it is that we want to see change, that we rise up to the challenge and we do that. You know, don't just sit back and like, oh my goodness, life is so bad, life is horrible, things are terrible, and just complain about it. No, it's like, if it's in your area of awareness and you're seeing it, then obviously you're in a position and you're empowered to change it or work with other people that can. So we just want to continue to encourage others to, for one, be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. And when you're not, find out why you're not. You know, get the help that you need, communicate with people. Don't suffer in silence. Don't go through depression or like, you know, whatever it is, the struggle that is happening in your life. You don't have to do that alone. And that's pretty much what, you know, that's our major impact that we want to create, and that we are continuing on this journey of, you know, being the Bombers community, making an impact and a change that we want to see. I mean, there's so many people that were suffering in silence. Like, you know, when it came down to this page and this Friday's Night Bombers Night even coming about, there were a lot of messages that were coming from the fans as I was, you know, going through trying to answer them. I mean, you got like 800 messages, 900 messages, like coming, I'm talking about on a daily, of just people reaching out. Oh my goodness, you know, they're giving kudos. I love y'all music. Or, you know, hey, Saj, can you do this? Can you say this song? But then there were also other people who were reaching out, needing help and assistance and requesting, you know, attention or a conversation a little bit deeper than just celebrating his music. You know, it's like people, they look at you when you're actually living in your dreams and you're operating according to your highest version of yourself and your purpose. And there's something that within them, they recognize that they want to do as well, but sometimes they don't know how to get out. So I'm like, Saj, let's communicate. Let's reach out to these people. Let's see how we can interact with them directly. Hey, Kara, good morning or evening. Sorry, it's been a long day. Yes, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope this week has treated you outstanding. I mean, because y'all are amazing people, and we want to make sure that you get the treatment from the outside sources, the energy and everything that comes from others that you deserve. So hopefully you had the week that you deserved according to the energy that you put out. And if it wasn't the most positive, that you are able to receive it coming back in starting today. So let's relax. Even if you got to work tomorrow, relax. Okay. Lower your shoulders, relax your shoulders. You know what I mean? Take off the frown off your face. Get them facial expressions. Just relax your face. Okay. If you're feeling a little bit of tension, go ahead and do a little massaging and just cease for a minute. And all the expectations that are around you and all the responsibilities that you have. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're sitting in traffic and you're driving, which I hope you're not, don't stop driving. Don't take your foot off the gas. Don't take your foot off the brake, whatever. But literally cease to exist in the expectations of everyone else around you. Find your place in your own reality where you exist solely, your soul, connect with it, communicate with it, and say, hey, how do we feel? And if it's anything less than positive, how do we get to the positive state? Because you can't be effective or be, you know, any type of change or have any type of good impact, even within yourself, if you're not in constant communication with how you're feeling. So take a moment and do that. If you got to find some music after this to listen to, do that. But make sure it's calm and not one of those rats where it's like, hey, gotta turn up, fight. No, let's not do that. Find that little, you know, see if you can find some music that has no words that you can play in the background. Let your subconscious catch, you know, whatever the energy is that brings you down to, you know, that just that flow of being connected with everything that is around us, everything that we are about, not people, but just the essence of the energy and the greatness, you know, beyond the deity, God, whatever it is, universe, all those things that serve us, you know, that are reaching up to help us to reach our highest point. So, but other than that, how are y'all doing? Like, I mean, it's a wonderful evening. This has been a truly busy couple of weeks. I know Yeah, last Friday we missed. Because, I mean, it was just too much stuff that was going on. It was not an expected miss. I definitely missed y'all. I almost wanted to pick it up on Saturday, but it wasn't really a part of the schedule, so that wouldn't even make sense. But when it comes down to sorry, so he has a few songs that are coming out. We're getting ready to release soon. I've been trying to get in communication with him so I could know for sure if we're talking about all that. But look, more is coming soon. More is coming soon. So, you know, get excited about that. I mean, he has the website. There are different articles and different things that be put out. There's different connections that he's making in music, different performances that he's had. That's why I was playing some of that. So y'all can pretty much see what he's been getting into and what's been going on behind the scenes, even though you don't see him every day on a daily interacting on his page, because it's a lot that's going on. We're definitely lining up for position to do greater things going into 2022. And all of us are a part of that dream. All of us are a part of that goal. So it's like whatever goals that you have as well, let's like identify those, you know what I mean? Write them down and get a deadline date that you're working up to have them realized. So by like June 2022, we have a bunch of things here on the Side Song side that we're going to make sure that get accomplished. But there are different things that we have to do in preparation for that, so that we can recognize those goals as well. So it's the same thing when you set out your goals and your dreams. Not specifically holiday, but definitely music during the holiday time frame. So it's like Kara asked about if there are any holiday music coming up. There is definitely a song that is being released throughout the holidays. But it's not like specifically like, oh, Christmas and all the stuff right there. But it's definitely you're going to want to hear it. You're going to love it. It's got a lot of energy to it, but it also makes a whole lot of sense for all of us can relate. Put it that way. Every last one of us can relate, and it's a banger. So when it does come out, when we do drop it, make sure that you share it. I mean, it's like on your different platforms, recommend other people come and listen to it. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out right now how to get into everybody else's city, everybody else's state, and get his music played on the radio in the United States, because I mean, we're making major impact doing a lot of stomping over there in Ghana and Nigeria and a couple of places out there in Africa, but we're still kind of pedaling over here on the United States side. There's a few apps that he's already on, Convos, a couple of different apps, what is it, Clubhouse, different things that he's on there. But like I say, getting those other people to take it outside of the app and also support, those are the things that we are really focusing on, that I'm definitely focusing on making happen in the upcoming weeks. So, be expecting to hear his songs coming on your radio in a city near you as soon as I find out what all the radio streams are, okay? Because I gotta know. So, but it's like we're working with the team now, and it's definitely been a journey as we continue to grow together. And like I said, whatever it is that you're doing individually, business-wise, company-wise, school-wise, like whatever you are doing for your personal growth, let us be a part of that, just like you're a part of ours. Because, the Side Songs brand is no longer just his music and everything. It's like the Bombers community. It's a movement. Like, we're making sure that we become the positive impact, the positive change that the world so desperately needs to see right now. Because it's like those messages that were coming through, a lot of them were heartfelt. Some of them you could tell they were scams. Like, boo, hold on, wait, no. But the others, like, you just actually need an opportunity to get yourself out there and be in a position. And every last one of us has started out at that way at some point in time in our lives. We didn't come here all knowing, we didn't come here with all the connections and all the knowledge and all the information. Like, at some point in time, we either learn from our environment or we learn from the individual people that were sent to us to give us the wisdom and information and knowledge that we needed for us to continue to grow towards where we're going. So we want to make sure that we turn around and we do the exact same thing for those who are coming through, behind us as we continue going forward in our journey. The biggest thing I know with me when it came down to my work atmosphere is that you always have to train your relief, because no matter what position that you get into, once you're in that position, you've already superseded that position. You're no longer, you've already outgrown it. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn within it, but as you're learning, you're honestly learning to grow to the next position. So if you can do yourself a favor by everything that you learn, make sure that you're teaching someone else that's coming behind you, because as you move up, so, as they move up, so do you. And keep that mindset is that you're always training your relief, because you can't stay in this place forever. You have to grow. And if you're continuously, like, if you're okay with where you're at and you're comfortable, train other people that continue to pass you. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things to keep the world evolving, to keep people evolving, to keep us to continue growing, is wisdom, knowledge, and sharing that which we are with those we choose to. So that's a few of the things that are coming up. What I was talking about. So so we have some music that's coming up that's going to be released. New video coming soon. A bunch of different performances coming soon. My goodness, and there's a lot of buzz that's going around that it's going to seem like everything's happening at once, but I'm telling y'all, we are working behind the scenes continuously. So it's like there's a lot that's building up to everything that's getting ready to come out. So we just want to make sure that y'all stay tuned in. Get ready to share, support, definitely give the shout outs, give y'all opinion, because we definitely need that as well. I mean, y'all opinion is the ones that matters the most, because y'all are the closest to everything that we've been developing from the beginning going forward. And so we want to hear your voice. We want to hear what y'all have to say. And we want to definitely make sure that, you have a presence in our continued growth as to the SAJ Songs and Bombers community brand going forth. Even merchandise is coming up. So it's a lot of things that are being developed as we continue to grow in a major way. And I'm telling you, like, I've got a wonderful group of people that we're working with now. I mean, it's no longer just, the few that we have. We actually have a team that is constantly growing, developing, communicating, and working together to ensure that we affect everything, all the goals that we're setting out with the SAJ Songs brand, Bombers community brand. So, tune in and don't be afraid to speak out and say, hey, we need to see this. Just like Kara mentioned about any holiday music coming up. It's like, yo, your people are asking for some stuff. So let's make that happen. But there will be some songs released during the holidays, videos and everything. And then I think I mentioned what. So we have the YouTube page, the SAJ Songs or SAJ Planet on YouTube.com. We also have, I did not bring my notebook and my brain is leaving me right now. Everything will be released on his main page. He also has the SAJ Songs fan page now. That's up and being operated. Couple of different interviews that are coming up. I'll make sure that I come back and I share these things on hey, what's going on? I'll make sure that I share these things on his page as they continue to flow out. It's just that a lot of things they're coming, and it's almost like if I don't release it, or if I'm not releasing it the same day, it seems like by tomorrow it's old news. So it's like I'll still make sure that those things get put on the page and everything as we continue to go. It's just the communication and how everything's flowing is lovely. It's lovely. So y'all just stay tuned in. And like I said, if there's anything that y'all are looking forward to hear, or like, I mean, it's like, hey, your community is asking for this. This is what they want from you. They want to see more of you. Make some time, set some time aside to be available, whatever it may be. What's going on, Miss Grace? How are you? Good evening. How goes it? So just make sure that you are available and, be, for one, like I said, all the time, it's like be present in your own growth and your personal direction in a way that you go forward as well. And always make sure that you check in with yourself. Like check in with yourself, check in with your growth, check in with your spirit, check in with your energy. It's like if anything seems unsound, definitely listen to yourself. Because there's a lot of times that, okay, all right, cool. I will be the second phone on that one, on the second phone. The other one is just like not doing what it's supposed to do, but it's okay. So I look forward to talking with you as well. But continue on with your growth, with your journey, with everything that you got going on, all the different things that are coming up. Like I said, as we continue to follow the pace and the track of our realizing our goals for the SAJ Songs brand, we want to make sure that everybody in the community is growing right along with us, even if you're growing to, to become whatever it may be. Like, we want to make sure that like everybody is continually growing outside of their comfort zone, which I do pretty much on that daily with this. This is like so challenging, but it's good. It's really good, because if you stay stagnant, pretty much the world leaves without you, and I don't want to be left behind. So you got to grow with the flow. Anyway, so there was some, what was it? Grace, it's so good to see you. I'm not even gonna lie, that was a surprise to see you on here. So that's a good friend of mine. It's like I had to, God told me pretty much to do a little bit of when it comes down to your journey, spiritually, naturally, physically, whatever it may be, sometimes God tells you to do some stuff, and it becomes challenging because it's good when it's you and God one-on-one. It's good when it's you and spirit one-on-one, but you do miss the people that are in your community. Yeah, grow with the flow, but you do miss the people that you're used to interacting with. And it's always like almost like for me, like what I just received just now was like a lovely energy that it's like, yo, I remember when, and I miss you. And you're going to get that as you continue to grow through what you go through. And it's one of those things where it's like, as God continues to elevate you and put you in a position where he's going to utilize you as the vessel in which he communicates through. Everything that you go through is preparation for your dreams. Everything that you go through is preparation for your direction and that which God is bringing you to. So no matter how challenging it may be, and no matter how lonely it may be, you just know that everything is a part of refining you for, what it is that you came to do. The hardest part is remembering, like, once we get into this vessel, it's like what did we come here for in the first place? And I don't know if people give enough thought to that. It's like, that's one of those thoughts where you're like laying down in the bed, you wake up in the morning, it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, why am I here? Like, what is going on? What is happening in this life? When you're communicating with God, when you're praying and everything, and it's like, communicating with source, whatever it may be, it's like, what exactly am I supposed to be doing? And it's like, one of the things that I've realized, or at least I come to believe, which, I mean, you have your belief, you go through whatever it is that you have, is that every last one of us comes here with our individual, like, we came from somewhere, we came through our family or through our parents, but we also came with our own family as well. We also came with God guiding us according to the journey in which he made us for, that in which we have come to do. And it's like, if we just continuously go in this life with the expectations of what the world has for us, just remember, this world is dying every day. Okay. This flesh is dying every day. So if we don't get in tune with what the soul's purpose is and the soul is doing, we will completely miss what God is doing, with us and what he's doing through us to help his people in his world. So you want to make sure that, like I say, you always check in with yourself and where you are. And it's like, if anything is uncomfortable for you, or you're getting to a point where you feel overwhelmed in this life journey, you're taking on too much. It's possible. It's like, it's not even just about organizing your schedule or setting things apart that, this has to be working on here, yada, yada. It's like, sometimes you're just taking on too much more than what God had told you to. And you just got to find out what it is that, what's weighing me down, what is overwhelming me, what has got me in a position where now I forgot to focus on the journey, like the pleasantness of this journey that I'm going through, because everything about life's experience, nothing of this world, nothing of anything that we've gone through is really bad. All of it is a part of, like, literally contributing to your soul life, your direction, your growth, your going into what it is that you are to become and how you're supposed to make the impact that you are supposed to make. Because every last one of us has an impact to make. Even if your impact is only walking next to a person that's sitting on the side of the road, in a subway or whatever, a homeless person, giving them a smile. If that was your impact for the day, then, I mean, hey, you lived out your life's mission. Doesn't mean you're going to go. You might get another mission, but it's like, you have to be present in the moment without the world weighing you down in order to understand the impact that you're supposed to make. And then, I mean, we constantly do exchanges of impact with other people. They impact our lives, we impact their lives. But you have to be present and check in and not take on more than you're supposed to when you're going through this journey. So, and like I was saying, everybody here, like, we all came from a place, we were connected to something before we got here. And now that we're here, that connection did not leave. It did not, that connection did not just leave us in that place where we're in isolation, we're alone. And it's so crazy because a lot of times we'll get to a place where it's like, it seems like the struggle is too hard for us, or it seems like we have no place to go, or we have nobody that's there with us to help us through what we're going through. And it's like, I'm telling you, if you just remember that you are never alone, like, no matter what you go through, you're never alone. None of us are ever alone. We came here with not being alone. So it's like, it's when we look at the connection that we have with actual physical people, and they're no longer present with us, it gives the illusion that we're alone. It gives the illusion that we are by ourselves. It gives the illusion that we have no one to turn to. But it's like, if we turn within and we focus on, like, all that we are, once you totally separate from, like I told you, the expectations of the world and the expectations of the people that are around us, that it seems like it's so unsurpassable to, like, we can't meet it. And you tune within, you realize that you're connected to everything and the all. You are connected to the one source that is connected to everything. So to say that you have any type of lack, or to say that you don't have all the things that you need, like it's you're lying to yourself. And literally, it's like whatever you allow to operate within your subconscious mind, whatever it is that you accept and you receive in your subconscious mind, is what will feed your creativity and feed your reality throughout your day. So it's important that you control what it is that you listen to, what it is. You have to guard your gates. You have to guard, like, you have to guard your gates, what you allow yourself to see, what you allow yourself to hear, and what you listen to. I mean, that's why a lot of people, when they talk about manifestations, prayers, and everything, they listen to the word in their sleep. Why? Because it's like when the world stops and you stop thinking with your conscious mind, that which is connected to, you know, everything that you constantly have to do, the subconscious mind kicks in. And that's what you're actually operating off of when you're going into everyday living. I am so right now. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, it's a good thing for you to focus on retraining your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is what is constantly feeding your reality and why your life is the way it is. Every moment, every day, everything that you experience, you are creating. I'm talking about every horrible thing that's going on with you, every good thing that's going on with you. You are the one that is responsible. You're the one that is creating it. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you literally zone in and just be intentional about the life that you want to have, you know, the future that you want to live in, and get to a position where, hey, Fabrice, what's going on? Get to a position where, thank you, Fabrice, where you start focusing on, less on, you know, the, like I said, the expectations of the world, and start focusing more on spiritually, the being that you are, and just be. Life will definitely start to make a whole lot more sense, and you'll be less inclined to go into the drama of everybody's day, because it's got nothing to do with you. And it's like, when it comes down to even the dedications, like, I mean, just everything in this life that has its way of pulling on you. And even when it comes down to, like, a lot of us finding our ways into depression, we've got no business staying in that place. Like, why are you depressed? Why are you so melancholy? Like, what is got you down to the point to where you're not recognizing that you're not in control of anything, and it's really not, it's not even about you. Like, what is it about this life that has you in any place other than joy, experiencing all that's going on around you? Like, I mean, I know you probably sit outside and look at the trees. You probably don't even notice the trees that you pass by every day. But those trees ain't worried about living. They're not worried about depression. They're not worried about who's going to come and cut them down that day. They're not focusing on who said what about them that was negative. You know what I mean? Even the animals, even different things that go on. I mean, it's like we allow ourselves to endure so much pain that was never meant for us to experience. And then another thing, when it comes down to pain, like, pain actually isn't bad. Sometimes pain comes to serve you. Like, one of the things I learned about, even in my pain, like, that my pain actually loves me. Like, it's here to teach me something. It's here to guide me through and give me that resistance that I need to continue to grow into who I am becoming. And it's one of those things where it's like, I can't continue to try to wish it away because I want things to be better. No, things will never be better until I face it and deal with the pain that I'm experiencing. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to go through things. It's okay to not always be okay. But it's not okay to check out in those moments. Understand that, like, no matter what comes your way, no matter what you go through, no matter what's going on, that everything is okay. Everything is okay. Nothing is as it seems. And I'm telling you, like, literally, you create your reality. If you say something is good, then it's good. If you say something is bad, then it's bad. Whatever it is that you allow your words to create, to develop, it is. Your job is not to come here to control a single thing in your life. Just be. If you need more love, then be love. Because everything has to flow through you first. If you need more positivity, be more positive. If you need more challenges so that you can grow, take on the challenges, become challenging. Like there's nothing that's holding you back from having a life of your desire, except that you wake yourself up and become aware that you already have the life that you desire. You just have to change a few elements or affect some things so that what it is that you see is exactly what you want, you know? So feeling a certain way right now. It's just, whew. So it's just one of those things where it's like, just, I'm always all about, your inner peace, your inner health, your inner joy. Sometimes it takes cutting off the phone. Sometimes it takes going into your car and sitting there, like drive off to a place where nobody will bother you and just sit there and go within so that you can connect to the all, so that you can connect and you can truly identify with the God within you that is constantly with you, because you're never alone. No matter where you go, what you go through, no matter the challenges, you are never facing him alone. None of us are alone. We came here with the family, separate from the family that we were born into. And that family literally is working on our behalf constantly, not to a point to where it's like, oh, well, in order for you to be okay, we have to make sure they're okay first. That's a lie. In order for you to be okay, we need to make sure that you're okay first. God is always with us in everything, in all things. We just got to be aware. And the thing about it is, like, once you're awakened to the truth, don't try to go back into the lie of saying that you don't know what's going on, because it'll be torment to you. You can't do it. It's like they say, even in the Bible, it's like, how they say that I should go back to being a child. Should I go back into my mother's womb and be born again? Absolutely not. It's not going to happen that way. But you can be born again on a daily. So the main focus I want y'all going into, like, with next week, I mean, if you want to go with me, of course, is like, focus on retraining your subconscious mind. Focus on being aware and protecting your gates of what you allow in. Listen to, when it comes down to the negative thoughts that come out, cast them out. Reinforce them with positive thoughts of, like, what the reality that you want to create, because you are ultimately in control of all things that you see within your life. This right here is a lot of us wasted by allowing other things to entertain us and dictate to us what we should see, instead of dictating to this what it is that we want to see. So this life isn't about doing things, being active, going the extra mile of taking care of everybody, but are ignoring ourselves. You're just here to just be. You are a soul inside a human body having a human experience. The biggest thing isn't about being this flesh. Figure out and connect with your soul and be in tune with the all and be in tune with God, so that you know every way that you should go. You don't have to question anything. There's no confusion. When it comes to God, there's no confusion. When it comes down to even spiritual journey, it's like a lot of the stuff that we wish away because of what we've been taught, or that we sit here and say, oh, we shouldn't think about that, shouldn't be a part of us. You're not serving yourself in the journey that you were here to go through, you know what I mean, to create. So it's like, focus on what you allow in your subconscious mind. Whatever life it is that you're looking to have, write it down. Activate it by reading it out loud, and be intentional about the life that you create and the life that you live as you continue going on in these days of just in these days of everything that we're living through. So it's like, I mean, a lot of times it's like, yes, it does hurt. When you lose a loved one, it hurts. You know what I mean? Whether it be in relationship, whether it be in this life or anything, but you have to understand they have their own individual family. It's okay for them to go to where they have to go, even if it harms, it affects you heart-wise. The experiences that we have with them are, it's a part of our gain. It's not anything negative, bad about it. So it's okay. Like, once it's time to release them, it's okay to be okay with them having to go. It's like a lot of people have lost a lot of loved ones this year, and some people are still attached to the grave. Like, they're literally still stuck at the grave site. And I was that way for a good little minute. It's like, because I didn't recognize and understand. I felt like it was something that was done intentionally and purposely, personally to me, and it wasn't. Everything was done for that person. And they have a right to that. And I have a right to get up from the grave, walk my way, walk my own path with God, and heal and go into where it is that God is taking me to go. I'm not responsible to or for anyone unless God has assigned me to them. And that, even that, I'll know. A lot of times we, just don't over obligate yourself in places that God never told you to go. It's just like I was talking about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was talking about the story that I was reading in the book of, having a merry heart and a Martha world, about the gentleman who was saying he was pushing a wheelbarrow up the mountain, that God just said, hey, just push this wheelbarrow up the mountain. And then along the way, he kept meeting all these different people. Hey, drop these rocks, hey, take this up there since you're going. All that weight was not his to take. Just like a lot of these times, people will sit there and be like, hey, girl, I need you to pray for me. Hey, sir, can you pray for me? Can you do this for me? But they're not going to sit there and pray for themselves. And it's like, I cannot have the faith that you need for your life to get better. I can have faith and trust in what I know God has done for me. But you personally have to have, you can't lean on my faith. You can't borrow my belief. You can hold on to the fact that, you seeing is believing. Yeah, I get that and understand that. But you've got to get to a point to where it's soul wise, relationship wise, you understand and you've tested and you've seen enough that God is going to come through for you, not because I prayed for you, not because somebody else spoke a good word to you, but no, you are in a position where you get to encourage yourself, because the God that is within you, the God that exists within you, the God that is taking you through all the different things that you have gone through, that it wasn't some other person that brought you through. It was God and God alone. That it was, like I said, even when you talk about the ancestors, you talk about spirits, you talk about angels, there's still only one God. And that one God exists in us all. We're all connected with the one. We're all connected and we're all a part of the all. We're all connected. Every last one of us, with the plants, the trees, the living things, the dead, we're all connected to the one source of life in so many ways. But like I said, I'm still learning even on this journey. That's where I've arrived to. But you cannot I can't borrow your faith and say that because you prayed for me, these things worked out. No, it's because I believed that you prayed for me. I believe that the prayer that you prayed is why I got through. But I still had to believe. God is working through each and every one of us individually according to the purpose and the impact that we are supposed to make. And you rob yourself every time you think that it is not you that God is putting in a position to make these things happen with God and God alone. You don't need my faith. You don't need my encouraging word. You don't need it. It's good. It's definitely good, because we all find ourselves in a dark place, a bad place, challenging places and everything. But it's one of those things where you want to make sure that I am intentionally focusing on the relationship that I have with my provider, with my soul source, that I am not just out here having this experience of getting into human emotions and human trials and traumas and focusing on television and the things that are going on that really have nothing to do to me, that aren't really feeding my doggone soul. Like, I don't have time anymore, now that I've awakened to like so many different things, to waste any more time with just being in this existence and not being intentional about the direction that I'm going. And don't be afraid to to zone out, to zone in. Take some time alone from everything. Spend some time. If you have to listen to music to keep your mind from going forward, going to somewhere else, then do that. But make sure the music is low so that you don't miss the word or that are spoken to you, or the Spirit of God as it moves through you, so that you can see and understand all things. Get connected with the one and the all, so that you can know what it is that you're doing in this place, and you can get those answers that you've been praying for and that you've been looking and asking for, because God has always been communicating with you this whole time. The only reason we miss it is because we focus on things that have nothing to do with the weight or the burden that he put upon us. God says, come to me. Come to me. All the rest of the things that you're laboring with, that aren't a part of your journey, that aren't a part of you, that aren't going to get you closer to me, that are only going to get you, accolades through these people celebrating you, it's wasteful. Just come directly to me. Zone out of that stuff, the expectations of the world, and come come to me. I'm here for you. I'm like right there, right in here, everywhere you go, all the places you've gone, God is with you. So I want to encourage everybody, like I say, going into the next week, man, we always end up going to some place. I don't know what y'all be doing on this other side of this this thing, but make sure that you show forth gratitude for your journey up to this point. The good things, the bad things, the mistakes that you've made, that you think that you've made anyway, without realizing that everything is intentional. It's a part of refining you for your path. When it comes down to, like I say, your subconscious mind, identify those things that are not healthy for you and figure out why you keep them alone, because you don't have to. Nobody's telling you to. And get it within your subconscious mind, like rehearse to yourself the type of life that you want to have, the type of person that you want to be, the type of experiences that you want on this side of this plane in this life. Rehearse those things, play them for yourself at night while you sleep, so that once it's in there, next thing you know, without even thinking about it, you'll start seeing it within your conscious mind, and you'll start acting upon those things, and you'll start living in those things, and you'll start being. Your job isn't supposed to, like, you're not here to do so much. We're here to make an impact, but we're here to make the impact simply by being all that God has called us to be, all that we are supposed to be, all that we are. Your soul, your spirit, who you are beneath this right here is more important than all the things that we see. So get to a point where you can close your eyes, and you can take out any sound, and you can go within, get connected to the all, the one source and provider, so that all the things that you need, and you recognize that you are all that you need, and you have everything that you want, everything that you need to have for you to go and become all that you are. Stop thinking it's outside of you, because it's not. God literally, like, everything that we are, we have all the provisions, we have all the life, we have all the connections that we need, but we've got to connect with source and connect with the all in order to understand it. So retrain your subconscious mind. Listen to the things you need to. Be grateful. Show gratitude every day for all the things. Go outside, and at some point in time, you count the trees. See how many things that you've missed by not being aware of what's going on around you. Like, seriously. And just, be present in this life, because God is doing some major things. Major things in you, around you, using you. So it's Friday Night Bombers. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast this evening. Hey, it's Friday, and it's y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in, and like I say, make sure we got music coming out. Support, share, let other people know what's going on. And I mean, like I say, we do this every Friday. I look forward to seeing y'all next week. I mean, if there's anything that y'all want to see, any conversation y'all want to have, definitely type them in the comments as we go on. But same time next Friday, I look forward to seeing y'all, and y'all have an outstanding rest of your evening. God bless. Peace.
Hey, I got the converse. This is your time and time to shine. Hey, I got the converse. Hey, this is your time and time to shine. I tell you, don't say, but to the money. Applaudis, c'est. T'as vu dans vous moi.